Lyndon, you've got 4 slides. So, over to you now.
Okay, my name's Lyndon Haugh. I'm the Energy Manager at OG Fibre Solutions. It's better known in the past as Haugh Fibre. There's a little picture there of our privileged mill there, and anybody like to hazard a guess as to what the crop is in the foreground, peat brown, and all that parts of this? It's canthus.
Very good.
It's canthus. It's part of a trial acreage. We've found it right close to the mill to see how well it grows, how easy it is to harvest, and how it goes in our boiler, which is right next door.
Just make sure you've got the mic right up close to your mouth.
Okay, so want to move on to the next slide now? There's just a few little facts about the wood processing industry I'd like to draw your attention to. Here's a little graphic of the wood flows in New Zealand, and you can quite clearly see that over half of the wood logs that are produced in New Zealand go overseas as logs. What goes overseas with those logs is something in the order of 13 million tonnes of CO2. It's basically free issued to somebody else that's using those logs. So that, to me, is a very significant opportunity for the wood processing industry. The second point about that slide is there's a very much integral interrelationship between the various types of product from wood. And you can see that there's lumber there, plywood, there's residues that go around and end up with pulp and paper, and also end up with fibre panels. So the wood processing industry is by necessity quite integrated in that you need to have sawmills, you need to have somebody to use the residues, in other words, MDF plants, panels, and pulp and paper to make the whole thing viable. So that's the what's there. And the third, next slide, I've plagiarised from the University of Waikato because I thought it was a really interesting, useful slide. If you look there, you can see that wood processing is essentially a zero emissions industry from a processing point of view. It's also pretty good on an electricity point of view because of course we use electricity, but we also do generate quite a bit of our own electricity from our own wood residues. So there's 2 big opportunities there. There's CO2 that's going overseas for somebody else to use and take advantage of, and the wood processing industry is basically a zero emissions industry. So it seems pretty obvious to me that the opportunity there is to expand the wood processing industry. The raw material in principle at least is there, so virtually double the wood processing industry. And perhaps also thinking about some of the comments that have been made about processed heat and wood replacing coal, there is a net surplus of residues from wood processing plants. The net surplus from those wood processing plants is essentially the most cheap form of residues for burning that you can get. It's concentrated, it's what's the word, very predictable in terms of its properties and much easier to obtain than going out in the forest and getting it, although you can do that, and we at OG Fibre Solutions do just that. We get a lot of stuff from our forest residues. So on a summary, I think the opportunity is for a zero emissions industry, wood processing. More of that will really do something to the percentage renewable heat energy side of things, as well as electricity. There is some wood residue left over for a biomass burning boiler at Canterbury, Christchurch. And of course, it's building on regional capabilities, exports as well. So that's where we in the wood processing industry see opportunities. And I've taken note of John Koenig's point about deep conversations with government. There's certainly room for food processing industry to have further discussions with the government about how there's can be some more mutual cooperation there.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you, Lyndon.